Hello, my amazing Aries. Welcome back. As you know, I'm Sachi the Scorpio, and I'm here to deliver your guided twin flame soulmate reading for the month of July. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send me, the more energy that I can send to you. And as I'm sure you've noticed, you are not number one as you usually are, Aries. That's because I'm now doing the videos in order of whatever video gets the most likes from the previous video segment. So if you like this video, then there's a higher likelihood that your next video will come out. So for anyone new here, welcome. We are going to be using the Manara Erotic Tarot for the general energy into what is going on. We also take a look at the light aspects of things, and that is the lighter karmic lessons of what is going on and what is known to us, what is in the light. We also take a look at the shadow, and that's the darker, deeper, more difficult karmic lessons and what might be hidden from us in the shadow that we try to bring to the light, not only to become aware of it, but also so that we can heal it. So since I am recording this in Cancer season, I'm going to be channeling the emotional root of what is happening in your twin flame soulmate journey. Don't forget, we're in Mercury retrograde in Cancer still as well. We also have Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. Saturn moved back into Capricorn on June 30th, its home constellation. And we also have Neptune retrograde in Pisces. For more astrology and other good stuff, please follow me on Instagram and Twitter. The info will be in the description box below. And for anyone who needs to work on breaking some cycles, please see my Eclipse messages and Solstice cycle breaking tarot, which I will link at the end of this video and also put in the description box below. Because as you know, when you start breaking your cycles and working on your soul growth, that's when the twins unite. So for those of you who are twin flames, those videos are especially for you. So Aries, during the cleansing ceremony, what I got in this deck, what came out was forgetting oneself in reverse. So I feel like in the past you kind of lost your sense of self with this person and kind of forgot who you were, but that is no longer the case. You are remembering who you are. You're instilling your sense of self. You're not allowing this person to dictate who you are. We had the One of Earth come up in reverse for the Manara. And I feel like this relationship just didn't have the root necessary, right? One of Earth indicates start like planting a seed in order for it to grow. It just never had the soil, the element of Earth, the physicality in order to grow properly. I think that was really a big issue here. And then for a clarifier, we had a fighting type energy, so there could have been a point of contention about this. We had Probopass coming up as bounce back. So I feel like you've allowed this person to have a pass about a lot of things that usually you wouldn't, you know, let other people pass in the same way, but you are very much bouncing back from that is what I'm getting, and I'm really glad to see that, Aries. But all right, we're going to channel your energy, your person's energy, and then what the outcome for July is. And again, we are taking a look at the emotional root of things. So what's at the emotional root for what is going on with our Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What is at the emotional root here? Okay. So coming out stuck, we have hiding your true self. So again, we had that energy of forgetting oneself. So I feel like you're still, like, you remember who you are, right? Like you're not hiding that from yourself, but I feel like you're hiding who you truly are from this person. There's a sense of needing to be reserved, possibly because when you showed this person who you really are, they might have not responded in a positive way, which makes you feel like you need to hide, you know, who you truly are from them. And that may have been why you lost your sense of self. But I do see that you're regaining it. However, towards this person, you still might be hiding alone in the world. So yeah, I do feel that there is separation with this person, and you are feeling very alone in this relationship right now. And it's likely a lot of you are due to that twin flame type energy, because once you meet, you know, the other half of your shared soul, that separation does make you feel alone. But you know that the physical separation is just an illusion, right? They're always with you. They're always with you. So, it does look like you might be hiding the fact that you do feel alone and that you miss them is what I'm getting. Let's see what's at the emotional root of your person. What is going on with the twin flame soulmate of Aries? What is going on with the soulmate twin flame of Aries? going on with the twin flame soulmate of Aries? So coming out stuck. Wow. Okay. Is this me? Yeah. So it might be them. They also might have, you know, forgot themselves, but they're really questioning who they are. They're really questioning who they are, and they're stuck in that. They're stuck questioning, is this me? Might be looking at their behavioral patterns, especially in Cancer. You know, naturally we go into the ancestral roots of things. Oh, not the emotional roots of things, but also, you know, Cancer season is associated with ancestral trauma. So they might really be going through, you know, how they became who they are, right? Like how their parents influenced who they are. Because we have artificial heart coming out, and this is very much, you know, faking your heart's desires, you know, showing a fake heart in order to not have the true heart be vulnerable. I think it was Aquarius who also had this in their reading. It might have been the extended, I don't remember. But yeah, they're questioning who they are, and like, oh, this fake heart that I have, is that really me? And then the child I was meant to be. Yeah, I think they're very much doing some inner child work, you know, about their ancestral trauma and trying to figure out, like, is this me? Is, you know, acting cold-hearted? Is acting like I don't have a heart? Is that truly me? So they're in their feels. They're stuck. And you are too, a little bit, of hiding that you feel alone without them. Let's see what the emotional root of the outcome of July is. What is the emotional root of the outcome of July? We have anger and chains. Wow. Well, Aries, whew, I mean, we did have some fighting energy pop up in the cleansing ceremony. So I do feel that, you know, there is going to be a feeling of being stuck. And I'm sorry to say that in the month of July, but I mean, it's not that this is the outcome. This is at the emotional root of the outcome. We will see what the outcome is, you know, when we look into the energy. But I have a feeling that both of you have kind of felt this anger towards each other, because I feel like it's because they've kept you in pain, because they're faking who they are, right? They're faking their heart, basically, and they don't even know who they are yet, right? But you know who you are, but you have to hide it from them, because it just brings you anger and you feel chained to this relationship, like you're stuck. And they, you know, are finally getting in touch with their inner child this month and trying to figure out who the hell they are and why they behave the way they behave with this fake heart of theirs. And I think they get very angry at themselves, right? They feel like they're in chains with themselves because of how they were brought up. I'm hearing the song by Depeche Mode, In Chains. I don't know if you have ever heard that song. I feel like you should listen to it. There might be a message there for you. All right, let's see here what is going on in Aries energy here of hiding their true self because they feel alone. Yeah, we have the Tower. So it looks like you're still a little bit stuck in that Tower moment here. We have Mars. So the way that things took action, it's like you know that this isn't done yet, right? Like you've had a Tower moment, but it's not the ultimate Tower moment. Because in this deck, this Tower moment, as you can see, is not, like, it hasn't been struck yet, right? And there's two Towers here. So, you know, this Tower moment is destruction by inevitable emotional decay. It's the rain that erodes the foundation of this tower that eventually causes it to crumble. So, you know, it's not like a bing moment. I feel like you had that kind of Tower moment, but this is just letting things erode here and letting it decay, which is very painful. Of course, you're going to feel stuck in this. If you haven't had the conversation of like, all right, this is over forever, and the other person says, yeah, this is over forever. If you just keep letting it emotionally decay, of course, this is going to make you feel alone because you're still attached to it. If you're still attached to this and they're not with you, it makes you feel alone. Once you break those chains, then you no longer will feel alone in the world, and you don't have to hide who you truly are, because why be on pins and needles about this person? You know, it's causing this inevitable emotional decay to the relationship. It's just slowly eroding. I feel like you need a tower moment that's like the lightning bolt on the tower. Because right now, the way action is being taken, it's such a slow, drawn-out process. And of course, you're free to do whatever you want. Like, I know better than to tell an Aries what to do. But, you know, this is going to continue. This energy. It's going to continue. Let's see what the light energy is here. What is the light energy? You know, I always tell people, like, you're free to leave these anytime. And I will say that you have full autonomy, right? I read to unite the twins, but for you, Aries, I'm going to say, like, you also have the freedom to stay. You know, even though I don't recommend it, but you do. So, wow, we have heavy bee energy. So we have Vespa Queen using intelligence gathering and Beedrill using swarming sting. So heavy bee spirit coming out here. I don't know if, you know, when you see bees, that's definitely a sign for you. But we have Vespa Queen using intelligence gathering. And also I'm hearing that they're your honey. That's really cute. But Vespa Queen using intelligence gathering, I feel like you are really trying to gather intelligence on this person. These are both heart chakra cards. So I feel like you're trying to gather intelligence on how their heart is feeling. You're really kind of like almost mercilessly trying to get information on them, whether it's through your own feelings in your own heart, or, you know, even though they have this artificial heart, right? But you feel their real heart. And you know that by the information that you feel in your heart, you know how they truly feel despite this fake heart that they put up. And look how pissed Vespa Queen is. Like, yeah, I'd be pissed too if you know that someone loves you and they're not acting like that. It will make you angry, and it will make you feel like you're chained in this. But the thing is if you break those chains and force them to energetically do the work that they need to do, then they can do it, and then they come back, right? But if they know that you're attached, then why would they do any work? They know they still have you. But anyway, I feel like you're really trying to get information. You could be looking at this person's social media, or you could be asking other people, like in your hive, quote unquote, to get information for you. It says its abdomen is honeycomb for grubs. It raises its grubs on honey collected by comb bee. Yeah, so you might be asking your friends to gather information about this, and you might be getting information about how they feel, you know, from other people. And then we have swarming sting. So I do feel like there was some sort of you know, heart chakra attack where they stung you. This could be scorpionic. They might have scorpionic placements, but there is definitely some sort of sting here that has happened in your heart chakra. It says, may appear in a swarm, flies at violent speeds, all the while stabbing with its toxic stinger on its rear. So, you know, may appear in swarms. There could have been multiple people involved in this where you were attacked. Your heart chakra was attacked. It says it flies at violent speeds, and when it has to do with flying, I take it as air energy, and air is communication. So I feel like they said a lot of very harsh words, right? Violent words. And, you know, the toxic stinger on its rear, again, very scorpionic energy. So I feel like there's multiple people involved in really hurting your heart here. And it might be that you're trying to get information from friends, and they might be like, oh, they're fucked up. Get, you know, release this. Get away from them type energy. So, you know, that's definitely possible. What's the shadow energy here for Aries? Ooh. We have Gyarados using Berserker Splash, Braviary using Wing Attack, and Honehenge Pierce in reverse. Yeah, so, like, your emotions definitely went into a Berserker Splash about this. Like, it really causes your emotions to go crazy. This is water type, so it has to do with emotions, but also dragon type, so it could, you know, twin flame energy. But this really caused, like, a crazy berserk reaction of how you were stung and hurt in your heart chakra. And it's continuing to happen, right? The fact that you're stuck in this, you know, inevitable emotional decay, allowing things to erode just from your own emotions, is really causing some berserk water emotion stuff in your life. It says, rarely seen in the wild. So you might not be going out very often. Huge and vicious. It's capable of destroying entire cities in rage. Yeah, so again, I feel like this is you as a queen. Like, you definitely, like, got super enraged, and like, it's like you can't control your rage, almost, is what I'm hearing. And bravery using wing attack. I feel like this is a violent, you know, bird is air, air is communication, you know, swords and traditional tarot. So again, the wing attack I take very much as a verbal attack, and I feel like, you know, even you went a little berserk here and started verbally attacking. Whether it's this person, you might have maybe attacked your friends or something like that. But there's a lot of attacking energy, a lot of rage. We have a lot of violent cards coming up, so I do understand this anger that's at the emotional root here. It says, they fight for their friends without any thought about danger to themselves. One can carry a car while flying. So they might fight for their friends. So maybe somebody, like, again, we have this aspect of fighting for friends. So you might have been fighting for a friend against them, or you, like, your friends might be fighting about this. I don't know. There's a lot of people involved here, so it's kind of hard to say, but there's a lot of fighting that has to go on, like, on here, and there is an aspect of being loyal to your friends here, but for some reason it's like really causing an issue. Yeah, you know, like, there might be, you might have had a berserker splash, and emotionally moved because something happened to one of your friends, possibly. Like, I feel that you are fighting for your friends here. This kind of feels like a different energy apart from your twin flame soulmate journey, to be honest. And then we have Honehenge using Pierce in reverse. So I feel like you're trying to really protect your energy, and you're trying not to let something pierce you, because, like, you have been stung, and that's pretty obvious. It's in the light, but in the shadow, like, spiritually, it looks like it wasn't able to spiritually pierce you, which is definitely good. It definitely caused some fucked up emotions to come out, right? And it enraged you, but you're fine here. You're fine here. And it might have been, like, you know, that your friends hurt your feelings here with what they're saying about your lover, but, you know, like, yeah, it caused you to be enraged, but, like, you're still there for your friends. You still hold it down for them, even though they have a different opinion. And you don't let this really pierce your, you know, steel energy, your protective energy. Again, with the communication, you know, this is sword energy, so communication. So, yeah, I don't think it was that piercing. Even though it was an attack, it didn't pierce you. It says, apparently this Pokemon is born when a departed spirit inhabits a sword. It attaches itself to people and drinks their life force. So yeah, I feel like someone tried to, you know, attack you or attack your friends and kind of drain their energy, like energy vampire type stuff. And you definitely, you know, help protect them, like you go to fight for them. It could be your lover maybe that was attacking your friends or something, but you know, there's somebody who really likes to attach to people and just kind of drain their energy. Let's take a look at your person. So at the emotional root, we see that they're questioning who they are. They have this, you know, fake artificial heart up. They're not in tune with their heart chakra, which is really causing issues for your heart chakra because they being fake as fuck, and they're getting in touch with their inner child here. All right, what's the light aspect? Ooh, I'm hearing that they could be acting like a child, actually. What's going on with the twin flame soulmate of Aries? Judgment. Yeah, they are really judging themselves a lot right now. This is Pluto. So, you know, Mars here, so that's Aries, that's your card. But also, you know, Mars is a co-ruler with Scorpio. And we had Scorpio here. This is a Scorpio card, so you could be dealing with Scorpio. But this is very much, you know, going through some sort of judgment. Possibly about how they were brought up as a child. You know, and questioning who they are. They might be judging the way that their parents brought them up and certain ways, you know, of why they need to protect their heart because they might have been really emotionally abused. And yeah, there's definitely some judgment calls. So they're really judging themselves. We'll see, you know, what sort of judgment call they make. But I also feel that they're making some judgment calls about their sexual promiscuity, I'm hearing, because... yeah, did you hear that? Yeah, they might have been just like going overboard like that. Like, oh, vroom, vroom. Wow, those people have big dicks, right? Like, okay. I feel like they very much could have been judging based on sexual piousness. As you can see, there's like doves coming out of her vagina. So it very much has to do with, you know, judgment of one's, you know, sexual energy, because Pluto is Scorpio and Scorpio is the sign of sex. But also what I'm getting is that, you know, they very much are in this transformational period right now with Pluto. And as you know, as I mentioned, Pluto is retrograde. So check their chart of, you know, what's happening in the degrees that Pluto is retrograding in Capricorn. I think it might be at like 18, 17 degrees right now. I'm not sure. And check what's going on in their chart there, what they have there. All right, let's see. What's the light aspect of this person? What's this judgment? Tell us more about this judgment. Tell us more about this. Woo! Coming out stuck is trainer using devoured field. So trainer means, you know, the other person. It could be you, but I'm getting that it could be another party. But devoured field, like someone came in and just took everything from them. You know, like completely ate all their crops, you know, ate all their crops and destroyed their picnic table and shit like that. They are recognizing that, you know, someone left them with nothing. And I have a feeling that it's a parent. That like a parent completely destroyed them, right? And we have green here too, so I really feel like it's the heart chakra that was devoured. Someone devoured their heart chakra where they never felt safe to love, and that's, they're really judging about this, their parents and themselves. What's the shadow here? I mean, hey, 'tis the season. Cancer season is all about the emotional roots, ancestral trauma, motherhood, concepts of home, not housing, but home. Yeah, trainer energy switch. Yeah, they're recognizing the love that they didn't get from their parents. This is, again, this heart chakra energy. You know, they have an artificial heart. They're recognizing how the trainer, that one of their parents or both of their parents never gave them their proper heart chakra love. And that is what is causing them to repeat these behaviors. You know? The thing is, I feel like it's in the shadow, so they might not be aware that that's why, right? Like, I mean, they know because it's in the light. They know that they never got the love that they deserved, but I'm not sure if they understand that they're repeating the same types of behavior. But the thing is, I feel like this person, because they're like, is this me sort of energy? So they are kind of questioning if like, that's how it was passed on. But the thing is, I feel like they're just playing a blame game here. It's like they're blaming somebody else and instead of taking responsibility for their own life, they're like, oh, my parents fucked me up or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're still in that part of the cycle, right? They're still angry about what was done to them instead of taking responsibility for their own life and changing something about it, right? And choosing to break these cycles by not repeating them with someone that they love. Because all they do is hurt you. And you stay stuck in this emotional erosion because they can't emote and communicate properly. because they were never taught how to love. Whew. All right, so yeah, at the emotional root of July, we have anger and chains. I understand. Of course, you're angry that they're doing this to you. They're angry at their parents. You know, both of you feel bound and chained. Let's see what is the outcome for July. And you know, Aries, we will look deeper into this in the extended. The link will be in the description box below. Again, a Scorpio card, because we're going to take a look deeper into your emotional root and why you can't really let this go and why you're stuck in that tower moment. And then we'll look deeper into them about what sort of judgment calls they're making. We'll definitely look way deeper into the emotional root of whatever the hell is going on with them. And then we'll also take a closer look at how to manifest the highest vibrational timeline for July. But anyway, so we have the angers and chain. We have death here. We have the 4 of water, Cancer moon, and we have 3 of water in reverse, Cancer Mercury in reverse. So again, like something is definitely transforming and changing, right? Like in this month, something is ending. It's in a transitional period. So they're definitely going to be changing here because they're going through that platonic sort of energy. And you know, you're stuck in that tower moment, which is kind of that inevitable death to a situation in order for it to be reborn, right? That's what Scorpio teaches us, is that once you let something die, then it can blossom and become something new. So heavy scorpionic energy and high potential for change here. And then we have 2 Cancer cards coming out. We have Cancer moon. So this is all about, this is a very emotional card, very emotionally touchy, very emotionally in tune as well. But this card is just kind of accepting the fact, like, yeah, I know I'm not alone in these waters. Like, as you see, she's, you know, getting her water from the river with her pail, and these guys are like, hey, honey, blah, 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 you know, and she's like, yeah, whatever, like, leave me alone, sort of energy. Like, yeah, I know you're there, but, like, fuck off is kind of what I'm hearing. And it's because there's an emotional third party that needs to be left behind here. And what I'm getting is that this hasn't been communicated about with the Cancer Mercury in reverse. Like talking about feelings has not happened, and I don't feel like it's going to be happening in July, which, like, obviously they have so much to navigate that I know it's difficult and it might anger you and you might feel chained, but like, you need to break these chains if you don't want to feel this anger. You need to allow it to die because, you know, they have stuff that they need to go through, and you can't expect them to talk about their emotions until they figure out their own inner child issues. And, you know, with the Cancer moon, you know, it's kind of just accepting, like, all right, yep, I'm in these waters and they are too. And like, we don't need to talk about it, and I don't need to keep kind of going into it, right? Like they're refusing to communicate about this. They're just refusing. What's the light aspect? They might like contact you and kind of chit chat, and you might be like, yeah, all right, I know you're here, and you know I'm in these waters, right, in these emotions, but they don't want to dive into the depths of the emotional world. They refuse to. What's the light energy here? What's the light energy here? What's the light energy? Whoop. It's dark. It's dark. Yeah, they're going to roll up. This is a dark type, very fairy type, but roll up. I feel like they're about to roll up and try to talk to you, but they refuse to get into the emotional depths. I feel like they're going to do it just to kind of stir up dust is what I'm hearing. It says, by flapping its leafy fan, it can whip up gusts of 100 feet per second that can level houses. Yeah, like I said, they're going to stir up some words here. It might be you, but I feel like it's kind of them in their dark energy. It could be you. But I feel like it might be like with their unwillingness to get into to talk about the deep emotions that are felt here with the Cancer moon. but unwilling to talk about it with the Cancer Mercury, especially whatever third party situation is involved here. It might cause you to bring up your darkness and be like, all right, I'm about to flap these leafy wings and kick up some gusts of 100 feet an hour. What's the shadow here? Definitely a lot of anger. I do understand this. What's the shadow here? Going right to the Gyarados and bravery, using Charmander, playful. Yeah, so this person, it's them. It's them that causes this, whatever, you know, or it might be you bringing out this, like, darkness or whatever, but this berserker splash, you know, of causing this, like, crazy emotional rage within you, they just do it to be funny, is what I'm hearing. They try to be playful. They think it's playful energy. Like, they know how to ignite your fire, is what I'm hearing. This is very much root chakra energy, and they think that this is just playful. They just like playing with your emotions, which is really rude, Aries. This is really rude. They're just gonna roll up and, you know, see if you're still in those waters, refuse to get in the depths of it, right? And just play around with you. And of course, you know, we're all responsible for our emotions, right? Like, here's Charmander stealing the glasses of this little boy, and the boy is sad and he's crying, and of course it's the boy's responsibility to be like, I'm sad. They're not making me sad. I am choosing to be sad, right? But that doesn't take the responsibility of, you know, of Charmander away, because they really have, you know, stolen something that's not theirs, and that's not right. And I have a feeling it's like they stole your heart, kind of, and they just like kind of playing with it. And with the glasses, I feel like it's like they won't give you that clarity. They won't give you that clarity, and they think it's funny. This is so immature. I see how they're stuck in this, you know, inner child behavior and acting like a child, because they take what's not theirs. They don't want to give you clarity, and they just think it's funny. It says, my Charmander is so rambunctious. I wonder if we can become good friends. So if you're thinking about, oh, maybe I can just be friends with this person, like, really? You want a friend that treats you that way? I mean, hey, do whatever you want to do. Like I said, no judgment. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to help unite the twins. But I'll let you know, Aries, I wouldn't let a friend treat me like that. So, just saying, it really feels like breaking those chains and letting this die is very much necessary if you really want them to transform, because they're in a transformational period, and if you want them to fully transform, you can't keep holding on to this emotional erosion. But do whatever you want. All right, what does Aries need to hear about love right now? Why are the phrases, I should have said this, why is the phrases goodbye, I'm sorry, and I love you so easy to pronounce, yet so hard to say? I was really getting that energy when I was shuffling before Shiftry came out, is that, like, this person doesn't give you the confirmation, the verbal confirmation to you. And I feel like that's how it is with this dark energy. They roll up and, you know, talk and stuff, but they don't get deep into the emotions. They won't even communicate and verbalize that they love you. Right? It's so easy to pronounce, but for whatever reason, it's so hard for them to say. What else does Aries need to hear? I feel like there's one more for you. What else does Aries need to hear? Okay, well, that wanted to take a tumble into my lap. Within you, I lose myself. Without you, I find myself, and then I strive to be lost again. Exactly. We had that energy come up in the cleansing ceremony of forgetting oneself in reverse. You have hiding your true self. They have, is this me? You know, like, your sense of self is very much enmeshed with this person, right? And when you guys are together, you lose your sense of self and you don't know who you are anymore. When, you know, when you're apart, without you, I find myself. So when you're apart, then you can truly find who you are, and then you can strive to come together and, you know, become one again. So you need to let them, you know, miss you and long for you, and for them to find out who they are, so that way they want to share who they are with you. Okay, Aries, like I said, if you want to, if you need some more guidance, the link to the extended is in the description box below. There's also a free trailer, which is usually between 2 and 5 minutes if you need a little bit extra guidance but not want to purchase it for the whole thing. And again, please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy that I can send to you. And as always, I'm sending you so much love. I'm sending you a big hug and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah.